All right, stay with me, Priyamada, because I also want to bring in Mr. Mohan Das Pai. Do you think this is a huge letdown for the farmers of Tamil Nadu? Yes, Bengaluru, its major woes are going to be sorted out. But what about those farmers who protested everywhere from Tamil Nadu to the streets of Delhi, Mr. Pai?
No, I think the government of Tamil Nadu should rework its water policy. They cannot depend upon the flow of water from the Cauvery, which is diminishing year by year, for their farmers who are raising 3 crops in the Thanjavur belt. In the Thanjavur belt, they've been used to 3 crops, and 3 crops is only done when there is a lot of water. Karnataka also has its rights, and the Supreme Court has done a very great justice to everybody by balancing the interests of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It cannot be that Tamil Nadu gets a major share of the cake. Karnataka also has to benefit. It has gone back to the 1924 and the earlier agreement too. It has also taken care of the water requirements of Bangalore, because as the BBC report said, Bangalore is in danger of running out of water, and there are about 1.2 crore people living in Bangalore. Their interests are very important. So I think it's a balanced judgment, and both the states should accept it and go along with their lives, and both should see how to minimize the use of water for farming and get in drip irrigation and others to see that things are done much better.
Mr. Pai, also, do you think that it's a major win for Karnataka and for the Siddaramaiah government?
I don't think it's a major win for or a loss for any state, because the Supreme Court has had a balanced verdict. It has not given any undue advantage to Karnataka, not to Tamil Nadu. There's been... Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Pai, go on.
No, it is not... Yeah, I'm there. It's not given any great advantage to either state. It has balanced the interest of both states and the need for drinking water.
There is also an argument, and we are staying live with these pictures right now of the Karnataka Assembly, where Siddaramaiah is being congratulated, I assume, by some of his party colleagues. Some argue that here unplanned urbanization has been given more importance over the needs of farmers?
I don't think so. I think, we have to be careful when we interpret the order. We have to be careful when we interpret the order. And we have to understand that drinking water supersedes the requirement of farmers in all civilized countries. So I think for drinking water supersedes, we have to be careful, because drinking is more important. So I think that is balanced, and it is balanced both interests. Both states should accept it and get along. There's no point fighting, because if you see, Karnataka has got only 14 TMC more. 14 TMC is not the end of the world. And for Tamil Nadu to get that much less is not the end of the world. If there's heavy rainfall, both the states benefit, there is no shortage. But if there's a drought, we have to be equitable, and drinking water has the first right. And I think Supreme Court, from whatever we know today, has balanced the interests of both the states. Going in appeal, again whipping up political passions is not the right thing. And I think we should get along with our life.
And finally, I want to ask you the important point made by the Supreme Court. Rivers do not belong to anyone. Again, raising that eternal question of water sharing, that issue that basically needs to be addressed by the centre.
No, I think it has to be issued, it has to be decided by the tribunal and by the Supreme Court, because if the centre intervenes, it becomes a political issue. Neither state will accept it. It's a political issue, because every politician, what is there, will try to whip up sentiment against our cause and claim it. For example, in Goa and Karnataka for the Mahadayi, neither Manor Parikar is going to suggest anything, nor Siddaramaiah is going to give up his right. And both of them will fight it out, because they want to win the elections, right? They want to whip sentiment. And if they go to the only way out is the tribunal, which will give a quick decision. And now, if they don't like the tribunal, they go to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has to give a quick decision and close it. And both should gracefully accept it, because at the end of the day, we have to live under the rule of law. We cannot be under the rule of the mob. What politicians do is to come under the rule of the mob and whip up sentiment to fight their own battles, because they are afraid of losing power. So I think we need to recognize that and accept the fact that the rivers are national properties, because they flow through multiple states, and have an equitable distribution.
The politics out of it, which is, after all, out of an issue that is, at the end of the day, a social issue. Mohan Das Pai, Vice President of BPAC, thank you very much for speaking to India today. I want to quickly bring in my colleagues Nolan and Akshaya and Anusha as well, because they've been reporting since morning. Nolan, quick update that you are getting from the border areas. Everything fine, everything peaceful now that the verdict is out?
Extremely peaceful, if I could actually state that. In fact, my colleagues are all over there. Gopi is at the border with Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. He says that no doubt buses are not being allowed to ply to and fro. Buses from Tamil Nadu are not allowed to come inside Karnataka. Buses from Karnataka are not going to Tamil Nadu. But everything is peaceful. But in Mandya, Padmaja, the epicenter, let me just show you what's the situation. It's just normal, absolutely normal. In 2016, this was the epicenter. It was here that farmers were burning things. They were shouting, they were screaming. But today, with this 14.75 TMC feet extra water that Karnataka has got by this, in this particular verdict, the people are all right. Everyone is happy that that extra 10 TMC feet can be used for the purpose of irrigation. Many farmers have lost their lives over here because of lack of water, and they believe this extra water will actually save lives.
All right, Akshay, any initial reaction you're getting from the IDMK government?
Well, Padmaja, we're seeing that, the entire AIADMK contingent is silent about what is happening here. But we're here in Delhi that, they said that this is a setback. And opposition parties in the state, the DMK especially, have been criticizing the kind of performance that was there by the TN government now. They've said that the way it was conducted in the Supreme Court was not proper, and it's disheartening and disappointing that Tamil Nadu is going through such an injustice. This is what Durai Murugan, one of the senior members of the DMK, had to say. And at the same time, we are hearing that inside the DMK headquarters right now, they're discussing on a contingency plan as to what can be done next. And also, the farmers in the state of Tamil Nadu also, Padmaja, are very disappointed because they wanted an increase in the TMC levels. But not only has it been decreased, but also there's no clarity on how they are going to be receiving this 177.5 TMC of water that is being promised to them. Even though the Cauvery Management Board is also being set up, they're still questioning as to will Karnataka release water, because in the earlier instances, though the court had ordered them to release water, it has always been seen that Karnataka has not adhered to the rules and regulations. So will they continue to do that, or will they offer water? These are all big questions. And also the EPS government, the first year is only going to be completed in next few days, and they are facing a setback right before that. That is also an important factor which will have to be looked at right now, Padmaja.
All right, interesting details now coming out. According to the PTI copy, we have the Apex Court apparently said while reading out the operative portion of the judgment that drinking water has to be kept on the highest pedestal, and that Cauvery water allocation will continue for the next 15 years. Tamil Nadu will draw an additional 10 TMC feet groundwater from a total of 20 TMC feet beneath the Cauvery basin. But drinking water has to be kept on the highest pedestal, apparently, is what the court has said while reading out the operative part. I want to play out what it is that the councils for both the governments said soon after.
See, today the allocations of Karnataka in the Cauvery water dispute have been substantially enhanced. And today the allocation of Karnataka, which used to be 270 TMC, has been increased to 284.75 TMC. About 10 TMC of water which had been found in the reaches of Tamil Nadu, which was for groundwater, has been reckoned, and therefore the share of Tamil Nadu to that extent has been reduced, and the state of Karnataka has been given additional 10 TMC. Therefore, we are now at 284.75. The city of Bengaluru, which was also facing a serious water shortage, has been given 4.75 TMC additionally. So that will also give a lot of relief to the state of Bengaluru, to the city of Bengaluru. And we hope by this that the future of Bengaluru will also look more certain, because there was a report of the BBC which said that Bengaluru was facing serious water shortage. By this, I hope the city of Bengaluru will get a lot of relief.
I thank the Honorable Supreme Court on behalf of the people of Karnataka. I thank the Honorable Judges on behalf of the people of Karnataka for giving us a relief of 14.25 TMC of water. The total liability. Please, silence. At the outset, I thank the Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of India for giving relief to the people of Karnataka. the total liability imposed by the tribunal of 192 TMC stands reduced to 177.25 TMC. The details of the judgment will go through and give a reaction later. But at the moment, I express my gratitude to the judges of the Supreme Court and we are very happy.
Okay, I'm getting a reaction that Durai Murugan, who's the deputy leader of opposition, has said that the Supreme Court verdict on Cauvery is a big shock for Tamil Nadu. Akshaya spoke to him a while ago. Akshaya, yes, what did he tell you?
Well, Padmaja, we had been speaking to different political reactions have been coming in, and Durai Murugan has been saying that this is a very, very big setback for the people of Tamil Nadu. It's a huge injustice that has been done to the people of Tamil Nadu, and in fact, he's also gone on to say that the way the entire case was conducted in the Supreme Court was not proper, and he's blamed the Tamil Nadu government for the kind of approach that they have taken, and this is also seen as a huge setback for the EPS government, because only in 2013, when former Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha was there, they had a favourable decision for Tamil Nadu. And this time around, with the EPS government coming in, they're saying that the present government had not worked enough. So it is a huge setback for the EPS government. At the same time, we're also getting reactions from the Delta region stating that all the farmers in those regions are disappointed because every year it's a struggle for them to get water from Karnataka. And this time around, with the amount of water levels being reduced for them, they doubt if Karnataka will release the necessary water, and also taking into consideration the political turmoil that is going on in the state of Tamil Nadu and the interest that has been shown by the government for the people. They're again doubting what their state will be, and they're also demanding to know how this water sharing will operate. Yes, Cauvery Management Board was a demand by these farmers and it has been approved, but will it be effective is a big question that they have in their minds, Padmaja.
The line, some farmer leaders as well, how are they reacting? Their demands, which had been taken up very aggressively by farmer leaders, not just in Tamil Nadu but also in Delhi, have they all been ignored? Live visuals that we are getting from inside the Karnataka Assembly, Siddaramaiah speaking to his party colleagues. You've got KJ George earlier who was speaking to him. Here Siddaramaiah also making a speech, looking rather pleased with himself earlier. Let me get in our guests as well. Mr. Saravanan of the DMK continues to be with us. We also have Mr. Srinivasan with us in the studio. Overall sense that we are getting is, what is the overall sense that you are getting, first of all, from Tamil Nadu? How do you think that the government is going to be able to spin it in their favor, if at all?
It's going to be very difficult for Edapadi to explain this because obviously the knives will be out for him. DMK has already said that it's a great injustice done to Tamil Nadu. The point which actually has come out surprisingly new in the judgment for the state is the interpretation that there is a groundwater available. This argument is something new, so that need to be explained. Probably Tamil Nadu government will try to take it up, and that's one issue. The second is this whole issue has brought once again the urban versus rural.
Yes.
Obviously, that would be talked about.
And very interesting that the Supreme Court should say that drinking water is to be put on the highest pedestal.
Exactly. And at a stage where farmers are in distress, where the terms of trade are not in favor of the farmers.
And the worst drought in more than a century in Tamil Nadu.
So this issue is going to come up again. Siddaramaiah, of course, on the other side is going to encash it. Congress government is going to say that we fought for this because we are the one who took the issue of Bangalore. Though Siddaramaiah, on the other hand, was accused of ignoring Bangalore, he is going to probably use it as an election issue. On the as far as the BJP is concerned or the Congress is concerned, they will, as they have done in the past, probably will take a different stand in both the state. They'll take an appropriate stand in the state where they are. Overall, its politics is going to further, boil in Tamil Nadu.
In fact, I want to bring in my colleague Priyamvada as well, taking forward that argument of how rural interests, and we also have these images now that we'll play out of the farmer protests. In fact, India Today had done a cover story on the farm distress as well. These people who went to any lengths, and you covered it in Chennai at that time, Priyamvada, we covered it in Delhi as well, from wearing that necklace of skulls to eating dead rats to even disrobing in the heart of Delhi, it seems that in today's judgment, their interests or their concerns have been sidelined. Is that the sense that you're picking up from farmers groups that you're speaking to?
Well, I've been speaking to some of the farmer leaders in Tamil Nadu who are very, very disappointed. The problem is when 2007 the tribunal order came, or when in 2016 or 2017 the Supreme Court said that this much amount of water should be released to Tamil Nadu, Karnataka always held the key. They would not release the water. They even started constructing 2 dams in Karnataka. But thankfully, one relief with this judgment is Supreme Court has made it very clear that there should be an executing body. If the Parliament has to decide on Cauvery Management Board, or the President's office can also take note of the issue and ensure that the implementation happens. So it's not going to be like previous years where Karnataka can assure something and not give water for Tamil Nadu. But having said that, the amount of water that has been allocated for Tamil Nadu is definitely less, which the farmers are really, really worried about, because just like in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu also did not have great monsoons this time. And in July month, they have to start with the crops, they have to start with the irrigation. What are these lakhs and lakhs of farmers in Delta region of Tanjavur, Tiruchi, Tiruvarur are going to do? That's a big question. They are discussing now. The meetings are being held. So far, no official reaction has come from Tamil Nadu government to at least give assurance to these farmers in Tamil Nadu who are really worried about the implication of this order. That's the least at least the Tamil Nadu government can do. But one positive thing for Tamil Nadu government is Karnataka cannot construct those dams. They cannot complete the construction of the dams in Karnataka, which is underway, because that would have prevented more water from coming to Tamil Nadu. But Padmaja, I would just say this verdict could be seen as the final verdict, but then the real practical solution to the problem is far from over, because in practical terms, will the Cauvery water reach Tamil Nadu? Will Karnataka give some more excuses like they have been giving all these years? Or will the farmers in both the states, for that manner, be able to use of the water, make use of the water? And most importantly, Supreme Court has also pointed out about crop management, which is lacking not just in Tamil Nadu but in Karnataka also. Both of them are only politicizing the issue. Politicians in both the states have been politicizing this issue for many, many years without talking about preventing sand mining, because sand mining is the reason because of which the Cauvery
to
water
the court.
did not
Let's listen into what ministers in Karnataka told us.
Of Supreme Court.
See, Supreme Court has passed the verdict, but we are not happy about it. We were expecting between 35 to 45 TMC of water. Legitimately, we were entitled for that. And they have allotted some 14 point odd TMC of water. And actually, in a way, Karnataka has been deprived of its legitimate right. I think we have to also talk to our legal experts and find out what is the solution for this problem.
It's a welcoming the judgment, and Karnataka got its due share, and we are allocated 270 TMC. Now it has been raised to 285, and the Tamil Nadu had abundant underground water. The Supreme Court has allowed to use it also, and the Bangalore is given about 4.75 TMC for the drinking water, and it's a Bangalore actually is suffering with water, and the Supreme Court has understood that and given some allocation, and it is now the Bangaloreans can sleep peacefully.
Sir, as far as tribunal verdict was concerned, Karnataka was fighting for much more water.
No, yes, that is there. But unless I go through the full text, it's only few lines has come out. We have to go through the full judgment, how it has managed and all these things.
Okay, so across the board, the government in Karnataka at least seems to be quite happy with what is being seen is a verdict in their favor, especially given that Bengaluru gets a substantial amount of water to cater to its drinking needs. How will the opposition, how will the BJP react to today's verdict in Karnataka, and how will the AIDMK government in Tamil Nadu explain today's verdict to its people. We'll be keeping a close watch. Thank you very much to all my colleagues and the guests for having joined us on this special broadcast. Through the day, we'll keep our focus on what this judgment means.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.